Wow.
Wow.
So you're like the Desi Fat Joe, right? And have you ever done the Fat Joe?
Licked them? No. I've never licked the bottom
Oh
of
my
a shoe. I've never licked the bottom of a shoe.
Welcome back to the Think RBA podcast. If you're here, hopefully it's because you just watched part 1 and you want to come back for part 2 of what has been so far a historic time for the Think RBA podcast.
Facts.
We have our first in-studio guest. And sir, I just got to say, just going to start it off because this is your friend. I mean, he's my friend now, but I mean, and, you know, through osmosis, but just appreciate you setting it up, you know, and getting him because so far he has been it's been so engaging for me, just learning more about his story and his process and what he does, but also just the knowledge and things that he's dropped along the way about his process and not just with all of the shoes, but also just life too.
Right. No, I want to thank you as well for allowing this whole, you know, like to co-sign. You know, it's a part. This is a joint partnership, right? So
Yeah.
to co-sign, and PS and I go back.
Yeah.
We go back quite a while, like when we were actually young lads.
Mm-hmm.
And he may remember the sick games. Though we have a close bond during that. And that was a tournament, a basketball, volleyball, track and field tournament that used to happen back in the day. And we would like spend a lot of time in those and grew up kind of in that whole environment. So this is why we go back, way back, throwback. Yeah. So, but I want to again thank him for giving us the time because, you know, life gets busy. But him and I have been trying to connect and make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
And it finally happened.
Yep.
So, and I'm glad that it happened because my God, you're right. The life lessons, the engagement, like in all the process of how he does things and even beyond that was eye-opening. Mm-hmm. It's an arena that I have very minimal knowledge in, but I feel like I had explosion.
Right.
And I look forward to more of those engagements with him and just having a little bit more conversations, more episodes. So we'll see.
I co-sign all of that. And I'll say not only did he take his time, but the fact that he didn't just come down and talk about it. He brought, you know, his some of his personal collection.
Yes.
And things that he's doing to share with us and share with the world. I mean, you know, we could have relied on pictures and whatnot, but he actually brought them, lugged them all the way down here.
Yeah.
Cross multiple state lines
to bring
hours drive just to come down here and do the show with us. And so just appreciate his grace and everything else. And again, like not to give anything away from the viewers, but there's about to be another whole episode here of just really engaging information and learning more about him, his history, the products, the experience, everything that goes along with it.
Yeah, and even some of his own preferences.
Yep.
Some of his own, there's a lot of questions. What do you like to XYZ and play hoop ball in or whatever the case is.
Sir, no spoilers.
Just
no spoilers.
Just a little bit. It was like, you know how a painter brings their paintings and they have their sculptures and arts. He brought his artwork here.
He did.
It was like he was like Picasso, PS, right? Almost like
breaking it down. And one of the things that they never saw was off camera as we get set up. He was breaking down. He said, even within these shoes, I could look at any shoe and pick out 5 things at least that are wrong. Something, a stitch is a millimeter off. I was like, bro, come on now.
That's why
this shoe looks beautiful, but like. That's why he's an artist at his craft.
Right. And that attention to detail is right. And this is why also he's one of like the more notable figures in that arena.
In that space,
He's prominent in that. So much respect to him.
Much respect. We appreciate him coming in and we hope y'all enjoy the rest of part 2.
Let's do it.
For a novice like me, because I see a lot of things on social media. I see these like, what's that shoe store in California that they
Stadium Goods,
Complex
Flight Club.
Stadium, Fight Club. Like I see all those like little clips. Celebrities are always going in there and they're picking out what to buy. If I had to go buy one shoe to get if I wanted to do a collection, start a collection, what is the first shoe I got to get?
So I'll answer that a little backwards. Okay.
Okay, I'm here for it because he does this to me all the time.
I'll tell you first the shoes you want to not get.
Okay.
Do not.
Can I take a guess?
Yeah.
Because I've seen some like TikToks about the worst shoes are the Nike Panda Dunks. No, because I seen a TikTok where everybody was like, they were at some convention and everybody was like Nike Panda Dunks.
Even
worst.
that, I mean, I would say yes and no, but for different reasons.
Okay.
The reason why Nike Panda Dunks, everyone says no in those TikToks is because it's the most overplayed shoe now.
Got it.
You know, Nike, Adidas, all these big brands, they have one big problem is when they see something is selling, they oversaturate and they ruin their own market. They bite themselves in the butt. You know, so the Panda Dunk, when it first re-released a few years ago, was super hard to get. And it's a very classic colorway. It's a white and black shoe, hence the panda. It goes with every outfit, you know? So as far as, you know, buying a shoe, if you're not into sneakers, the Panda Dunk is a fabulous shoe. I bought my wife a pair of those, you know? It's a great shoe you can wear with literally anything. But if you're trying to be a sneakerhead, it's the most basic of shoes. It's like, oh, everyone has that. You know, so there's nothing unique about it either. Yeah. So that's why I would say, like, Panda Dunk's not that bad. You know, the worst shoe to buy is any Jordan 1 mid.
Okay.
So Jordan 1s have 3 cuts. Sorry, any modern Jordan 1 mid. So like I said, Jordan brand has always made 3 cuts. They have the high top, they have the low top, and they have the mid top. The high top is best quality, you know, best quality leather, best quality material, colors, everything. It's the most true to what Jordan actually wore, you know, not exactly because the modern Jordan 1 high doesn't have the exact same shape as the 85, but you know, it's the closest thing to it. The low cut would be second quality, you know, depending on which version of the low top. There's 2 different versions of that too. But the mid top is the worst quality in the world. Okay. You know, they don't use real leather on mid tops. They use vinyl, you know. So even if I had to customize a shoe, I tell the client straightforward, I'm not using a mid. Because when you're deglazing that mid, that the glazer not only will break through the finish, it will probably most likely damage the actual vinyl and pierce through that too. So mids are the worst. And this is one of the reasons why the sneaker market has crashed. Because also on TikTok, a lot of TikTok influencers, you know, have ruined the sneaker industry by hyping up Jordan 1 mids because they don't know and educate themselves before buying shoes. So the craze for the mids went up, craze for the high and lows and other silhouettes went down. And now a Jordan 1 high, which used to be 600-700, is like 3.
Interesting.
You know?
A lot of wisdom there.
The shoe you should go for, start off, would really be, it just depends on what you want to be. Are you trying to be a sneakerhead? Are you trying to be a casual sneakerhead? Are you trying to just buy something comfortable? Are you trying to buy something overly hyped or hyped in general? What your budget is. There's no need to break your budget just to be hyped. Right. You know, my advice is if you like something, wear it. You know, simple as that. Right now, New Balances, Asics, those old school runners, those dad shoes are in. That's what the style is right now. People in this day and age want comfort over look, you know, over even quality per se. They want comfort. So those runners are back in. A few years ago, those big Balenciaga shoes were in. And there's nothing comfortable about those, you know, triple S's and stuff.
Even if they're Skechers?
You do customized Skechers?
No, man. Skechers.
Crocs?
I hate Crocs. But listen, if you like them, I love slides. Okay. I love slides. If you like Crocs, get some Crocs, you know? If you like Skechers, don't get Skechers. You know, man, listen, unless you have orthopedic reasons, you know, you need Skechers and you can't just use orthopedic insoles. Skechers are good, but you know, if you're trying to
make a run in the shoe game,
we're not going to get sponsored by Skechers.
If you're trying to, like, you know,
a player just signed with Skechers.
Yeah. You know who? Who? My opinion might have ruined his career. Joel Embiid is the face
Embiid,
of
that's
he's
it.
the face of Skechers basketball.
That's funny.
He's trying to be the AI, I guess.
I
So
don't.
if I was a casual collector, I want something that's not too expensive, not too cheap,
Right. So
unique, but not like wildly over.
So the way I look at it again, now like again, the
Mhm.
question if you're saying is you want to be a little bit fashion forward,
Mhm.
Skechers is definitely not the option. You get me? That's what it's like. If you're trying to be, if you don't care, okay, cool. But if you're trying to be more fashion forward and dress nice, dress to impress,
Okay.
you can't go with Skechers. The staples you want to go with, you definitely want a pair of white Air Force Ones because they go with everything. They're classic.
I've always wanted a pair of Air Force Ones that I've never got.
They're
Even
not-
now, when I
Really?
could probably get some, I just still have never treated myself to a pair of Air Force Ones.
Definitely, you should have a pair of white Air Force Ones.
I need to
pair. Yep.
Me too.
I would say probably a pair of New Balances. Even though I don't have any myself, it's just they are very comfortable. And again, it's the new trend.
Mhm.
Whether it's New Balance or Asics, definitely need a Jordan 1 high. There's a lot of affordable ones right now in the market. Maybe a Jordan 3 or a 4, just because again, right now 4s are in, 3s and 4s are classics and they go with everything. A 4 might be a little bit pushing it because it has a lot of more sharp features on there. But the Jordan 3, the Jordan 1 are classics. You can wear them with jeans, pants, shorts, denim. Oh, sorry, I said jeans. Cargos. I know people who've worn them with suits. It's an overall shoe. So all around shoe. So you can probably get, I think, one of the classic white cement Jordan 3. I think is a little bit over retail. Now retail usually for Jordans is around 180 to 200. I believe this white cement right now you could buy it for like 230, 240. Which is worth it for a shoe you can wear with everything. Air Force Ones are now $115. They used to be $65 at one point.
I have two questions.
So I was about
Go
to
ahead.
say, so like I had one, but then he just
You just
dropped
answered
all
it.
this stuff and now I've got like two more. So the one, because it actually relates to what you just were talking about comfort. So how do you balance or decide between like, am I going to wear this shoe or am I going to just display it? Like, is there what's the balance between whether or not you wear it? Because like this Dior cannot be worn, right? Like if I own this Dior right here, it would never be
That's where it
worn.
belongs, right there.
Listen,
That's this one. Like I would never wear this. I don't care how
So-
comfortable it is.
oh man.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. So the collector in me doesn't let me wear majority of the shoes I own.
Mhm.
I have over 200 pairs,
Mm.
close to 300 or 400 to be honest, which are all brand new.
Mhm.
They have doubles.
Mhm.
So my concept growing up was always buy two. One rock one, stock one.
Oh. Oh, wait, that was a
Rock
bar.
one,
Hold on a
that's
second.
another bar.
Rewind that again.
Rock one, stock one.
Rock one, stock one. Okay.
But my problem as an artist now is, to me, even retail Jordans are work of art.
Mhm.
So the designer in me doesn't want to rock either one of them. So now as I'm starting to reorganize my collection,
Mhm.
I'm starting to get rid of the doubles.
Mhm.
So I just stock one, and then what I do is I buy a used.
Okay.
I'll buy a used pair, which is already broken in a little bit, so it's more comfortable. I don't feel bad.
Right.
I'll just get it. I'll do a deep clean, make sure everything is good, and now I don't feel bad breaking it in.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the reality of it. But yeah, I want to say I have probably 15 to 20 shoes which I've worn pairs. And then I have close to 300-400, which are dead stock.
Wow.
Wow.
So you're like the Desi Fat Joe, right? And have you ever done the Fat Joe?
No. I've never licked the bottom
Oh
of
my
a shoe. I've never licked the bottom of a shoe.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I have a overly exceeding collection.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. But you never done the fat Joe.
No, never,
Okay.
never, and never will.
Right. Good question. Favorite basketball shoe?
That was my next question too.
Okay,
This is this guy. We always think
Okay.
like, so that was the other one I thought.
So, favorite basketball shoe is probably the Kobe 6.
Oh,
Okay.
Kobe 6. So it gets a little weird. I never played really in the Kobe 4s and 5s, to be honest. I never didn't have the money at that time to play in those. I heard and I feel like it's popular opinion that Kobe 4 is either 4 or the 6 is the best best basketball sneaker of all time. You know,
is this the Grinch ones? Like those
the Grinches are the 6s.
6s, okay.
Those are the Kobe 6s. There's someone who I've followed for years, Wear Testers on YouTube, and I believe even he rated the Kobe 4s. I want to say it's the Kobe 4s or the Kobe 6s. I don't remember, but the 4, 5, 6 out of his Kobe line are all phenomenal.
okay.
And one of those was ranked. I mean, all three of them were top 5. To be honest, I think one of them is number 1, and the other one is probably number 2. I've played in the 6, 7, 8, 9. I skipped the 10 and I went to the 11. And I liked all of them. The only one which I would say I was a little iffy on, I believe, was the Kobe 7, because the Kobe 7 had a different insole system where normally, you take the insole of a shoe out. It's like this really thin piece of foam. And then you have the outsole. His outsole was just the rubber and his insole was like an inch thick. So when you take out the insole, it was a whole system. So you had a different insole for if you want to be speedy. You had a different insole if you want to jump a lot. You had a different insole if you had different versions. And I just didn't like it because some of the insoles, once you use it too much, it gives in and then you're screwed. Then you have to use the other one and it's not as comfortable. It's too tight, stuff like that. The Kobe 9s, Kobe 11s, fantastic shoes. I loved them. A lot of Jordans as well. I think the Jordan 28s were one of my favorites too. Very expensive, hard to get. I think the retail was like, I think the retail when they came out was close to $300.
Ooh,
you
wow.
know? And now finding that shoe right now is even harder than finding Kobe's, Right now, currently, my favorite shoe is Steph Curry's. I haven't tried his new ones, but I do like the Flotro a lot. It resembles, it feels very similar to a mix of, in my opinion, a mix of Kobe's and one of the Jordans because it's very comfortable. It's very sleek. It's not overly tight. I want to try the newest version. I think the Curry 12s are out now. I'm probably going to be buying one of those once I get back into basketball. The shoe which I hate the most, on the opposite, would be, unfortunately, Kyrie's.
Wow. Which ones?
I think it's a Kyrie 3.
Okay.
And the only reason is I love how the shoe grips. Absolutely, I think his grip is phenomenal. The biggest problem I have with that, and it's not like a huge problem. I feel like there's a very quick solution to it, but it's made a certain way for a reason, is on the inside of their tongue, they have 2 elastic bands on both sides, which pull the tongue down. And it compresses your foot so much that my foot, every time I play basketball in that shoe, by the time I took it off, would be swollen.
Oh, man.
Suffocates the foot.
It suffocates your foot, I heard that the Kyrie 4s were fine and they didn't have that problem, but I got so turned off by the Kyrie 3s that I was like, not giving it a chance, But I did love the grip. Currently, also the other shoe, which I think did a great job because finding Steph Curry's was very hard in the beginning. And Kobe's right now is almost impossible to find. LaMelo Ball did a great job with his
Pumas? Oh. He's always rolling his ankle in them.
Not his newer one.
Okay.
The
I mean,
This kid.
the LaMelo Ball Puma 1.
okay.
Rick and Morty's is I used those before I got my Curries and I love them.
Which Curries? The Flotro, you said, right?
Yeah, the Flotro. So
Okay.
Flotro is like their version of Nike. What's the word? Like the Grinches. They have not the Protro. Protro is with Nike. Nike's Protro is like them using modern technology in an older silhouette. Flotro is the same concept with Under Armour. Is the modern flow sole on an older silhouette kind of thing, you know? So before my injury, I was using the Curry 4 Flotro. Curry 4 is kind of like, some people say it looks like a boxing shoe.
I've seen it.
It's a little bit of a high top, you know,
like the Kobe ones, which were like super high.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the Kobe's with like the Jordan 28s. Like I like that because it gave more protection to your ankle, you know? Again, it was also how I wanted to play that day. If I wanted to be more of a spot up shooter, I used to, even with the Kobe's, with the 9s and the 11s, I'd wear the high top. If I was like, okay, today I feel flexible and I don't feel so overweight, I feel like I can make those cuts, I'd wear the low top version.
Okay.
You know, the Kobe 9s and the 11s, I thought, you know, people were a little iffy on because they made the cut of the shoe very low, sit on your ankle. So people did twist their ankles a lot.
Okay.
And I believe the 11s were the 9s, I believe, were what he tore his Achilles in.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So that's why he made the high top version after the Achilles tear. But I always liked having an option of doing the high. So that's why I want to try the Curry 12s now because it's a mid cut.
Okay.
You know, it's more like how Jordans are. It's a mid cut. It's not as low and it's not as high as the floors are.
Yeah,
you know, it's also all mesh upper.
So you won't be customizing, cutting up any Kobe's at any time.
No,
that's a risky one.
It's just an expensive
endeavor,
shoe,
right?
and finding the mold for it is nearly impossible.
Okay,
you know, each silhouette has its own mold, so finding someone who sells a perfect mold for the Kobe's is going to be near impossible.
Okay,
and to develop it, it's like close to $1,000 per size, you know, so not trying to do that, you know.
Well, speaking of comfortable mid top Curry's, for me, you already know.
Oh yeah.
Because so when first started balling, I went through like a couple different ones. I had some Adidas D Roses. I don't know which ones they were because again, I'm not a sneakerhead. I have the CP3 Jordans. As a matter of fact, I actually tried to put them on before I came over here, and I was like, I don't know if they've like compressed in size or my foot has got wider. They were always very tight, like narrow.
Yeah.
And this is even more narrow now. So I just went through like a couple different, and then this guy rolls up in the court with Curry 3s, the mid top, and he's like,
the mid top, the dad shoe.
And he was like,
"Oh man,
you gotta go get a pair of these." And I was like, "Okay, I'll go try it. I'll entertain this."
Yeah.
And we both
Never
ended up
look
having
back.
like multiple pairs. It's just so comfortable.
I bought about 8 pairs.
Yeah.
Especially my favorite, the mangoes.
The mangoes, yes.
My favorite pair.
Yes.
And
you should try the new ones then. You should definitely try the new ones.
I've actually casually but kind of transitioned over to, because I have a shoe for indoors and outdoors, so 2 separate shoes. For outdoor, I love the Dames.
Yeah.
Love the Dames.
That's the biggest problem with the Currys.
Right.
The new Currys, the Flotro, it's such a it's just foam. The whole sole is
right.
But it's such a weird foam where there's so much grip. You know, but if you play with that shoe outdoors, it's gonna eat it.
Correct.
You know?
And that's why for indoors, actually, I don't know which Kyries these are, but I love these Kyries. And the grip is like phenomenal. And luckily they don't have that elastic tongue. So, but they're super comfortable.
It could be the 4s, to be honest, or it could be a 2s.
I'll show you. I'll
Okay.
show you. Yeah, what I have. I do have a pair of Kobe's, but I don't know what number they are. I'll show you.
Yeah, it's actually tomorrow or today is actually
It's late.
It's late, yeah.
It's actually Kobe Day. So they are on the sneakers app. They're releasing 3 different Kobe's today.
Oh,
wow.
Look at that.
One of them is a classic. It's gonna be the Venice Beach. One is gonna be the Philadelphia colorway, and one is the Italian camo, which is pretty interesting. Darker colorway.
Oh, okay.
Definitely worth trying for any of them. You know, they're gonna be limited.
Yeah, it's beyond my budget, man.
I mean, and then there's always like, his son. He wears the Trae Youngs.
Oh, should I tell you why?
Because the Trae Youngs are the best.
Should I tell you why?
The
Best on sale. You're right.
The best in the Stephen Marbury department.
The best with
Shaq and Stephen Marbury department.
Yeah, exactly.
The Shacks.
The red, they're the red tags.
I always growing up, I always compared sneakers to really the game style as well.
Right.
Me being a guard who shoots a lot of threes now, and before was more of a slasher as well. You know which other shoe I used to love? Allen Iverson's.
The Reeboks.
The Reebok.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
I pair Iversons too.
I used to do
I had
such
those,
deep crossovers that when I would play with the Answer 4s, Answer 4s used to be my favorite. I'd lose like an inch of that inner midsole, like inner sole, like literally would just wear down. I've still played in those. They're such comfortable shoes.
Really?
Yeah, I still play in those.
I played in the ones, man. They killed my feet. Never again. The first ones.
Oh no! You gotta do the Answer 4s were the only ones. Which I liked. I didn't like the questions or anything. The Answer 4s were the best Iverson sneaker ever.
Okay.
Were
they better than his trophy, his statue that they put out today?
That was pathetic.
But they are the ones I think he's wearing in those because they're based off of the step over. Like that was the shoe he wore in the 2001 playoffs and stuff. Like I said, the Puma Lamellos, the ones were really good. I used those for outdoors.
Okay. I tried New Balances. I wasn't.
I see. To my opinion on all those, like even Joel Embiid, for example, signing with Skechers, like you can't compare Skechers with Nike,
right?
With Reebok.
Right, you can't.
These brands, Nike, Reebok, have put so many years in technology and money into developing shoes for these basketball players, for their build, their game style. You can't, like a company like Skechers or Anta, they're not there. They won't be there on the performance end, And if they are, they're going to really focus on a specific player's specific needs and body type. Growing up, LeBrons, a lot of people played in LeBrons. Me being 5'7" and a guard, I could never play in LeBrons because how heavy they were. The new LeBrons are super light and comfortable because he's at a point in his career where he needs that. But originally, LeBrons weighed a ton.
Yes.
So that's really, I feel like, it really depends on how you play and your game style,
Right.
I can tell from what you said earlier that you're more of a jump shooter, Well, you shoot a lot.
Yeah. I like to say I'm like T-Mac. I'll give it to you whatever you want.
Okay, right.
I'll give you whatever you want. I'll give it to you.
So even you wearing Curry in a way does make sense in that because he's a quicker guard who'll do anything and he can shoot. He needs that extra cushion, that extra spring in the bottom of his sole to give him that cushion when he lands.
This is why I very much disliked the Kawhis because that's not my style of play. Like I can't get down with that.
Yeah.
So that's why Curry's and Kyrie's all day for me, and Dames, right? All point guards, all shooters,
all shooters.
There you go.
That's exactly how I am. Kobe's, Iverson's, Curry's. I am very, 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 very interested in the Ant ones. I've heard such mixed things, such positive things for the most part that the Ant ones are phenomenal.
Those are Nikes though, right?
They're the the Nikes.
Nikes, okay.
Wait, no.
Are they? Or are they Adidas?
They're Adidas.
Okay,
The Adidas Ant one.
I gotta try those.
Yeah,
but the one I really, and you guys may have seen this, the Wemby's.
No,
have you seen that? The shoe?
Yeah, I did see it.
Almost like alien-like.
Yeah, it's very alien-like. I'm intrigued by it. I have to see more pictures of it. I'm also intrigued, and I can't believe I'm saying this because I'm not a fan of the player too much. James Harden. I heard his new shoes. I heard his new shoes are phenomenally comfortable. They're lightweight. They're everything what you want in a basketball shoe. I've heard nothing but good things about those. And they look a little different too, so it's kind of a cool aspect. Those I definitely want to see. Let's see how they are. But again, another Adidas shoe,
Yeah.
They're both Adidas. So, but definitely the Ant ones. Even who's that other player who's been doing really well?
Ja has his own shoe.
I didn't like the Jaws. I think they look pretty decent, but again, not a fan of Ja too much, so I can't really. Wearing his shoes just feels weird.
Well, like. There was a time where having your own shoe was special. Nowadays, everybody's got their own shoe.
Right. You heard about Spencer Dinwiddie, what he did? So you know how he had his own shoe? Like he went to China.
Oh, yeah.
And then created his own shoe.
Oh, I just remembered who.
Then he sold, the company got bought by another company.
Yeah.
And then that company signed him as their spokesman. So like he like almost double dipped in
Jeez.
essence. So
Yeah.
that's that way too.
So you know who else I want to try really bad? I want to try Kyrie's new shoe.
Oh, Anti, I think is part of Anti. Yeah.
I want to try because it looks so similar. It looks so similar to his Nike one. The
Mhm.
best parts of the Nike one that I think it might be real. The grip on that looks phenomenal. The shape of it looks great.
Mm.
I think that's going to be a really good shoe. I know someone, again, JSM 801, my friend, he's actually, he's Kyrie's actual customizer.
Oh,
So
nice.
Kyrie
Okay.
gets his shoes customized from him, whether they were the Nike shoes.
Huh.
Remember when he was taking off all the Nike checks on his shoes?
Yes.
And he was covering up, like he had one shoe he covered up with Native American.
Yes.
My friend did that.
Oh,
Did that.
wow.
That's dope.
That is dope.
You know?
That's
So, you know, he's the first customizer to customize Kyrie's Antas as well. And he's tried on a pair of them and he's played in them and he says they're phenomenal.
Oh.
That's definitely a shoe which I'm looking forward to trying in a nice colorway.
So Ants and Kyrie's new shoe. Maybe James Harden. Okay. Those are on the checklist.
And maybe for my collection, not for ball. I'll get
The
some. I'll
Dior's?
get some Marty McFly's.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, man.
Customized Martin
25, 30,000.
Can you customize some Marty McFly's?
Oh my God.
He's like, get out of here. It's too
Stop
early in the
it.
morning
No,
for this.
man. No way. I'm not even, a shoe that expensive, I'm not even taking a risk touching.
That's a car, man.
That is a car.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
All right, sir. Anything else?
No, I mean, man, I just appreciate the knowledge, the time spent.
Thank you so much
all
for
of it,
having me,
like-
man. I am definitely looking forward to being back with you guys
Yeah,
and
man.
talking about more things, covering more topics.
No, this was beautiful, man. All the wisdom you shared, all the knowledge that, you know, they can take away.
Oh no, we're gonna do a traveling episode. We
Oh,
gotta do
absolutely.
a traveling episode.
You guys gotta
We
come
got
to
the
Jersey.
Zoom recorder. We got the mics. We just got to go up. I got to see the collection. I need to see the 300. Like,
oh, man.
it's gonna be a complete education for me.
I got you
For
guys.
all of us, man.
Got you both. Don't worry.
That
Whenever,
was.
you know, once it's all set up,
Yep.
whenever you guys want to come up.
Yep.
No, and then we look forward to kind of, you know, kind of getting you regular, right? Whether it's virtual or in
Yeah.
person, whatever we want to kind of
Yeah.
bring you on and just further educate us, man.
Definitely.
Because when the doctor speaks,
We,
I
we,
listen.
we could do some IG lives too.
There you
Yeah.
go. There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there working.
Yeah.
You just want to pull your IG
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm definitely, I'm looking forward to getting back on IG. As soon as I get back home, I'm probably going to rearrange the whole workspace, clean it up, organize it, left it in such a mess. And, you know, then I'll be good to go.
Yeah, because we didn't get into the one part of it, and we could save that for a later conversation, is like the actual hardware you use,
up.
Yeah.
right? Because like you said, $45 maybe sewing machine versus a
$2,000,
$2,000
yeah.
sewing, like big difference, right?
Yep.
So and all the different material, like the techniques and the different tools you use to create a lot of this stuff. So we can get
Yeah.
into that in a future conversation, a future episode.
Yeah. So just as a reminder, you want to let everyone know where they can find you again?
Yeah, sure. So my Instagram is PS_and_who on Instagram. That's the best place to see my work, to find me, to ask me questions, to watch me go live. Everything right now is on Instagram.
Sign up as a client.
Yep.
Hey.
Yep.
Get
You
some
know,
customs.
you could DM me.
That's right.
My phone number is on there. My email's on there. You can shoot me an email, shoot me a DM, shoot me a text if you want. Ask any questions you have.
Hey, and go to a class.
Yeah.
To
Let the
watch
man
this-
teach you.
Watch this whole probably 2-part episode.
Yeah,
Because it just dropped a whole shit ton of knowledge on y'all today.
man. This is the bomb drop
Mic drop.
or the
Yeah.
explosion.
The emoji.
The
with
head explosion.
See, I just did it. Antonio's going to
He's,
put it on my face.
I did it too, though. It's okay. He'll get me too. It's all right. It's all right. We appreciate you, Antonio. But should we wrap up then?
Yeah, man.
Man, that's enough of a buffet meal for today, and then we can kind of save some room for dessert later.
Yes, sir.
All right. So once again, thank you for joining us. Remember to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, subscribe at PSN.
Follow him.
this man. Subscribe
you.
to whatever he's doing. Sign up for whatever he's doing. Sign up for whatever we're doing.
Right.
Ring the bell. And till next time.
Till next time.
Till next time.
Peace. Oh,
Peace.
at Think RBA.